Section 5 is now routine on the SAT. It has been for a while, and now the ACT as well. So what is Section 5? It is an experimental section. It is not counting towards your score. It can't, because the section is not as long as any of the prior sections which do count. The Section 5 on the SAT is probably going to be at 25 minutes. The one on the ACT we think is 20 minutes. That could vary. And they're varying it because both SAT and college and ACT, they need an experimental system to have valid demonstration of new questions. It's not as good demonstration as it used to be. The old version of the SAT embedded a section that was any one of the earlier sections, and it looked like the others, same length, same look in terms of difficulty, and it didn't count, but you wouldn't know it. So you would be trying on all sections in front of you. Section 5, you really don't have to try. I would. It doesn't take any extra stamina to work hard for 20 or 25 more minutes with your brain. So you might as well. But if you got a miserable score on Section 5, please know it is not counting towards your actual score. And now that you've seen this, if this is a first time for you, please don't be concerned that something was wrong in your first 4 sections and, oh my God, I have a weird test that I wasn't prepared for. When you're preparing for sections 1, 2, 3, 4, whether it's SAT or ACT, the guides from the College Board, the guides from the ACT are good. They're not showing you Section 5s because Section 5 was never part of a real test, and it's not going to be really a part of your test. Now, there's a good chance that that Section 5 skews hard. And here's why. The makers of these tests don't need to try out a lot of easy and medium questions that they've been doing for 40 years. So when they're trying new questions, it's usually on the harder level. Thus, if they're trying on the Section 5, you're seeing an abundance of harder questions. Don't let that beat you down, and don't think, oh my God, the test really was brutal, I couldn't have done well. Please don't cancel based on Section 5, whether it was good or bad, because it was, again, experimental. The first 4 sections, if you did well, you're going to see those scores coming through when the scores come out 2 weeks later. Thanks for listening. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein.